When we were briefed by Garvan, it was, hey, we're having this event, what can we do to get some media out of it? For this, we really wanted some short news stuff and then potentially longer term stuff as well, talking about Garvan's work long term, but it was really about making quite an impact. In a nutshell, the lack of time, the fundraising message, and also a pretty weak news angle were kind of main concerns.
Really what worried me the most when we first met with the Garvan was the fact that there was an event but there was no news angle. There was no real story for the media, and I was concerned perhaps that the Garvan team and the fundraising team and some of the researchers might have had elevated expectations about the prospect of really strong media coverage, given that they really didn't have a news angle. In regard to finding a news angle, we worked very closely with Garvan to clarify the detail of the research that Dr. Samimi was doing. So we felt that there was only the prospect of getting really strong media interest if we were clear about that angle, if we were honest with media about the prospects of broader availability further down the track, and if we were able to personalise the benefits of that research via case studies and patients. So I think overcoming the first concern was really around identifying the news angle, emphasising its importance to the Garvan team, and then working to bring that news angle to life. Anna and other members of the team are going to be helping Lauren now to raise awareness amongst journalists that this story is happening on Wednesday, and we just need to be, everyone needs to be confident that they can explain it in terms that make sense and in terms where we're not exaggerating where the research is up to and so on. If other members of the team are going to be helping Lauren do that, then we just need to be describing it in ways that we all think is okay and consistent.
The event's tomorrow, so what we've been doing the past few days is pitching to print media, so it'll be in tomorrow's papers. At this stage, Golly Samimi, the lead researcher for this ovarian cancer project, has spoken to AAP. Then Suzanne Levy from News Limited, so she works across all of the News Limited. She's done an interview, she's really happy with how it went. She's also, the Daily Telegraph have taken both photos of Golly and also Margaret this afternoon. It's, very, very promising that there'll be something in the papers tomorrow. Yeah. They've got a pointer at the front, which is pretty, they've made a big story out of it, and it's huge. That's a massive photo. Yeah, it's good. Fingers crossed they're happy with it. It went pretty well, or pretty smooth, considering none of them were health journalists as well, so they kind of got the concept. Neither of them wanted to play up the research either. They were very explicit in, it is still quite a way away. Sometimes it can get a bit difficult with different camera crews, but it was all very easy to work with. It wasn't messy. We're in a very confined space, but it still seemed to work. No one got in anyone's way. So it's good.
Australian researchers are developing an early detection blood test for ovarian cancer based on biological changes associated with ovarian cancer risk.
Cancer have welcomed news of a world-first blood test being developed in Australia. While the research is still in the early stages, it's
researchers are developing a blood test for the early detection of ovarian cancer that could dramatically boost the survival rate.
Dr. Golly Samimi has led this research for the Ovarian Cancer Research Group at the Garvan Institute. Golly, how much closer does this...
The fact that there were a lot of organisations involved, that the messages and the angles that were being promoted by those organisations, the fact that they were all consistent was very important, and the fact that there was a really good range of options for media in pulling their package together. Good talent, good research, good stories, good case studies, lots of personal angles to what was going on, and everyone being consistent and pushing the message in the one direction.
It all kind of tied in nicely together, and it was nice because not-for-profit can sometimes be a little bit of a competitive space, and whereas this, ovarian cancer awareness, they're all after awareness about everything.